Get ready to score the best deals of the year on outdoor gear on this Memorial Day. You won't believe the discounts that I found on some of the gear that I've been using for many years. And with Memorial Day sales lasting only for a limited time, it's important to snag those discounts before they are gone. Let's dive into it. I found 17 pieces of gear that I use all the time at an incredible price right now. Yes, it doesn't work without glasses. One of my favorite places to shop at here in the United States is REI. And if you live in this country, you know what I mean, and you've probably been there many times already. They have the biggest sale of the year right now with up to 30% off, I believe. And the sale ends on the 27th. So it's time to hurry and find some of these amazing deals. One of the first items that jumped out at me was from the North Face, and it's the sleeping bag that I always use, my 3-season bag, the blue Kazoo. I have a review of it on my channel, you can check it out. I'll have a link down below in the description, along with the link for the sale. And it's usually $232 almost, but currently you can get the sleeping bag for almost $210. So that is a 27% savings. If you're in for a really good bag that lasts for many years, like I had mine, it's definitely an amazing one. The next super important piece of gear that I found is from Garmin, and it's the inReach Mini version 2. I've had the version 1 for many years now. I don't have the version 2 yet, but it's only a better version of the one I have. And so I'm linking it down below as well. I use it when I have no communication at all, when my cell phone doesn't work, which is the case for most backpacking or paddle trips. You can send messages to your loved ones. You can send an SOS signal if you're in trouble. Your friends and family can track you with it. Every 10 minutes or so, it shows on the map where you are. So in case they no longer hear from you, they can send help to the last known location. I love this thing so much. I never had to use it for an emergency, but I never go anywhere without it. So the inReach Mini is currently 25% off on REI. It's usually $400 and it's currently available for $299, which is a steal for this item. Another company that I use all the time is Outdoor Research, and REI has some sales on some of those items as well. The first one I want to mention are the Gaiters, the GORE-TEX Gaiters that I use on all of my winter trips. If you saw any of my videos, I don't go anywhere without those either. They are also 25% off right now. They usually cost $89 and they're currently available for $66. So 25% off for those Gaiters is a steal as well, especially if you go out and camp in the winter. Another important piece of gear that I use all the time is the Helium rain jacket from Outdoor Research. It's currently also available 25% off on REI. It costs normally $180, but you can get it for $134 right now. Again, this is a piece of gear that goes on all of my trips, summer and winter. It's a nice windbreaker, super lightweight, and it holds the rain off really well. I don't sweat in it very much, and so I highly recommend this jacket to you. And I even highlighted in my rain gear video that I created last year. The last item from Outdoor Research that I want to highlight is the Swift cap that I use for 3 reasons actually. I use it in the sun to shade my eyes. I use it when I have a mosquito net on, so it keeps the mosquito net out of my face. And I use it when it rains to keep the rain out of my face. So it really has a lot of use, and it's also currently 25% off. Usually it costs $30, but it's currently available for $24.49. Again, nice piece of gear. Doesn't cost a lot, but it does a lot for your outdoor adventures. Another one that is on all of my trip is my Fjallraven pants. I know if you've seen any of my videos, you've seen me with those pants all the time. This one here is actually a slightly different one that's currently on sale. It's the Keb Trousers for both men and women, and it's 30% cheaper. If you know Fjallraven gear, you know it doesn't come cheap, and so 30% off is quite the steal also. For women, it's currently $167, and for men, it's $136. Therm-A-Rest also has some Memorial Day savings, but unfortunately, they don't have their sleeping pads on sale, which I love so much. But still, some of the items are 30% off, and they're definitely worth looking at. One of the things you always see me use on my trip is the Z-Seat. It's the little foam pad that folds up, and I sit on it to eat my meals, or I kneel on it when I set up my tent inside. It's 25% off currently on the Therm-A-Rest website. It usually costs almost $33, but it's currently available for almost $25. Another item that's currently on sale on the Therm-A-Rest website is the tracker chair. I fold my mattress in half and stick it into that little chair and sit on it, use it in the winter, and I use it when I go paddling. It doesn't take up any space hardly. It's super lightweight and highly recommended. It's very comfortable. It's 30% off right now for $46. It usually costs almost $65. So you save quite a bit of money there. Another piece of gear that Therm-A-Rest currently has on sale is a super lightweight pillow. I actually don't have that one yet. I have it on my wish list on Buy Me a Coffee. And if you would like to help me buy this one, you can go to the link down below in the description and follow the links to the wish list if you would like to help me out with that. But it's called Airhead, the light pillow. It's 25% cheaper right now. It usually costs almost $42, but it's currently available for $31.46. Next up is Salomon with their sales. And you've seen me use the hiking shoes and the hiking boots all the time on all of my backpacking and day trips and even paddle trips really. So the hiking boots are currently 25% off. They normally cost $175, but they're currently available for $131.25. And that is true for both versions, for men and for women. And the hiking shoes are also 25% off. They are usually $160 and they are currently available for $120. And again, that's true for men and women. And highly recommend those two shoes. I created a video, if you want to check it out, that highlights the pros and cons of the hiking shoes versus the hiking boots. I highlight a lot of the features that both of these have if you want to check them out before you jump on these sales here. But I highly recommend them. I had them all for many years and they're still holding up really strong. The hiking shoes I actually had for so long that the sole walked through all the way while the waterproofness of the Gore-Tex was still working. I had them for probably over a decade. So yeah, super good shoes and currently on sale. The next one is Fenix. And if you see any of my overnight trips, I use the headlamp all the time, as well as the lantern in my tent. More recently, I bought the version 2 of the headlamp of the HM50R. It's a rechargeable and costs 25% less currently. It usually costs $80 and right now it's almost $60. I love this headlamp. It's super lightweight, super rugged, waterproof. It goes anywhere with me on day trips and all of my overnight trips for sure. And the lantern is even cheaper. It's currently on sale for 31% off. I use it in my tent, I use it outside. It goes with me on almost all of my trips, unless I really have to cut down on all the weight. It's usually $80, but it's currently $54.95. Again, I love Fenix. It's a great company. It's super rugged and those products last for many years. But let's not forget about Amazon, which has some crazy Memorial Day sales right now with up to 40% off, which is insane. I found the Jetboil MicroMo, which you see me use on all of my overnight trips. It's 25% off at the moment. It usually costs almost $160. but right now it's available on Amazon for $119. I have a review of it on my channel as well, which I'll link down with the link of the sale. It's a stove that goes with me on all of my trips. I hope these sales save you cash for more gear or more adventures. Don't miss out on my backpacking gear list video with trip essentials, and learn how to pack with my hack that I use all the time. I see you on my next adventure, my friends.